Member for Oatley, on a call.
Like
Member for Strathfield.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. My question is to the Premier. Can the Premier please update the House on the community response to the New South Wales Government's commitment to prioritise building better homes for New South Wales?
Premier.
Speaker, well, the government listened to the Productivity Commissioner who issued a report last year that recommended to this House and to the people of this state that infill development has the lowest infrastructure costs per dwelling and greenfield has the highest costs per dwelling. The Commissioner went on to say that the estimated infrastructure for greenfield housing typically costs 2 to 4 times what it does for infill sites. The Commission went on to say that based on these estimates, Sydney infill infrastructure typically appears to cost approximately $39,000 per property less than greenfield. Now that's as a result of a comprehensive analysis by the Productivity Commissioner, and as a result, the government has to respond to what is overwhelming evidence with a stretched budget that if you have to pull social infrastructure over a greater plane, it will cost all taxpayers in the state more in the long run. As a result of that, the Planning Minister and myself issued a new 5-year housing target under the National Housing Accord that will apply to New South Wales. As part of this accord, greenfield developments will fall from 36% of new houses in 2023 to 11% in 2028-2029. Mr Speaker, 82% of the targets now come from infill versus 18% from greenfields, and of the new homes in that target, 53% will be in the eastern suburbs local government areas, and that includes Ku-ring-gai and the Northern Beaches, and this compares to 34% for homes that are already in the pipeline due to be delivered. By way of comparison, Mr Speaker, it means that Western Sydney local government areas such as Penrith and Hawkesbury will have a target of 18% compared to the current target of 25%. So this is about rebalancing Sydney's growth while taking into consideration mums and dads that have already swapped contracts with a particular builder, or major builders and developers that have already taken out major options for new housing in Western Sydney, Mr Speaker. It hasn't been met with universal praise, I have to say, and many of those who have been opposed to these housing targets sit on the opposite side. Yes, they do, Mr Speaker. And we do have a new king of the NIMBYs, Mr Speaker. We have a new king, and he's the member for Pittwater. He's very quiet. He's up the back there.